these tools cannot substitute the relationship you have with your spouse, nor your children. If you're always in a flight mode to guard and protect your phone, maybe you have a problem right there. If you sit under any plate of food and the first premonition is take a photo of your food than to eat the food, that is a good highlight. You have a
that
problem
one will hit
with
many.
all social media problems. And it's ridiculous to note, because if you're born with the advent of this technology, especially Gen Z, the pressure is way too high. I was seeing this ongoing thing I was trying to describe to you, and I told you, after this show, with your high heels, you're going to stand on top of that camera. I'm seeing people doing ridiculous things, standing on dumbbells, standing on kettles, plates, what, because of high heels. So you're also in the sitting room, putting plates and all these utensils, and you try to mimic that. There is a problem if you're trying to catch up with the trendy things that are happening on all Instagram, on Twitter, on all this TikTok. There's too much competing for your attention. If you find yourself in your wardrobe on a constant, you're trying on this top and taking a selfie, you have a problem. A huge problem.
What happened to
if you're in an
documenting?
exhibition for shoes, and you're trying on this shoe and you're taking this one, you at the airport, sometimes you're not even, I find myself too many times when I'm traveling, that I find people who wannabes flocking the airport, not that they're picking anyone or that they're going anywhere. But they at the airport to say checked in, and you're not checking to go anywhere. But because there's a pressure on those who follow you, and they're like, hey, this man who's constantly traveling, where is he coming from, or where is he going to? You just know you have a problem. The reality is, no one is going to give you a correct diagnosis whether you have a problem. If you have a phone, and you wake up and the first thing you grab is your phone, you're not even to kiss your wife, you have a big problem, right? You don't need anyone to tell you that. You have a big problem. But the reality is, the phone is not the problem. You need to navigate yourself, interrogate yourself, do an internal audit of yourself. My response and stimulus to this tool, is it enhancing the quality of the relationships around me? Because if you're hiding money, because we're using it for too many, I do a lot of internet banking. But if I'm borrowing money from Kopo, which is this?
Tala, Ranch.
All these things I'm doing, and I'm borrowing and then sending the money to other people than bringing home to work, to enhance the quality of the relationship you have. And you will not allow your wife to touch my phone. Every time you on a point here, achana na simu yangu there's a problem right there. The phone is not a problem. But if the phone is what is causing the hurt and inflicting pain to your wife, your children, your extended family members, there's a huge problem you need to redress right there.
Jen, when does it get to that point when our partners or one of the partners are addicted to phones? Because, you know, it doesn't always start like that. You know, sometimes it's all love bombing, you're all lovey-dovey, or, you know, bubbly, things are rosy at the beginning of the relationship. But then it gets to a point where now communication, quality time becomes a challenge. At what point does it get to that point where you cannot even stand one another?
Yeah, basically what happens is that as you continue living together as partners, there's a way you get used to each other, you know. And so most of the time when you get used to each other, it's like she's not providing everything or he's not providing everything. And of course you start now turning to your phone, you know. And especially like now, this generation feel like the phone has all solutions, you know. AI has all solutions. So in the process of going to seek for that solution, you find yourself getting hooked, because everything, they say that a long journey starts just with one step, you know. And so what will happen is that you keep on ignoring, like what my colleague has said, there's some culture that you must set up in your own family, in your own marriage, because cultures are set. This is not just necessarily Maasai culture. No. It's about the family culture, like what he said, that you can agree that you eat at 7, then from there you can stay together as a family. It's a time to air your issues. So even you as partners, you must agree, you know, you must agree that even though we are not talking, even though you hurt me in the morning, that should not be the basis of you turning to your phone. And I think it is easier right now, even to grow more apart, unlike before, because there was nothing to keep you busy, even in bed. People are getting to bed with their phone. So you're busy turning, before you know it, you're seeing some light somewhere. Somebody's on phone in wee hours of the night, you know? So by the time they're waking up, they're very tired. So the usual activity, you know, I like what my husband says, that bed, ni ya kulala. Don't bring other activities in bed, you know? Kitanda ni ya kulala. Kitchen, you know? It is good to respect some of these very spaces where we are supposed to be doing our things. So it is, for a couple, it is very, very important for you, even if you have a problem, take time to resolve that problem. Don't comfort yourself with the phone. You know the way like you'll hurt a child and then she'll go to a certain corner and start licking the thumb, you know? Is a sign that that kid is hurting. And so even some of us, that is what we are doing. You are hurting, but instead of telling the person that you are hurting, that, and yeah, you hurt me on this area, you take your phone and become your solace. In the process of taking it as your solace, you find there's a girl who is trying to tell you, oh, you know what? And so you take that talk to another level just because you are not even getting along with your partner. And so before you know it, you're drawing that way and I'm also drawing the other side. And before you know it, for sure, you have gone completely apart. Yeah.
All right, we have a call. David Minor from Nakuru. Good morning, David. David? We lost him? David? All right, we lost him. But Richard, now where is the line between, you know, normal phone use and, you know, digital intrusion? Now that you're talking about sometimes checking your partner's phone, where does it now get to a point where somebody is now crossing the line when they come to, you know, check your phone? You're using your phone, your partner wants to get access to it. At what point should there be a boundary of, you know, or shouldn't there be a boundary when you're talking about marriage, couples who are doing forever after? What is the boundary and where does one now cross the line?
Thank you, Anne. I think it's like your ID. It's personal. Even the phone is personal. There's a sense of privacy that you protect and make use of your ID, the same way it is with the phone. I find it very personal and it shouldn't be that intrusive. And anyone should respect that privacy someone has in their phone. However, if it is that private,